I don't need an inspiration. I'm the motherfucking DM.
You should take one though.
Why? What do I need it for?
Moral support?
Jesus. No.
If you want to do the recap, go for it.
No, I'm good.
Your
I'm
art.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. So, the last time we actually played, you guys went off into the fairy woods in search of the missing townsfolk. Met a couple of wisps, rather interesting gnome, and a very old dryad.
And the dire chicken.
Yes,
And the
dire chicken. Let's not forget the dire chicken. After getting lost, led astray, disappeared into a tree, recovered, and a very heated conversation with the dryad. Akira managed to, with the help of Fentoris and the others, managed to convince her to release the townsfolk that she was trying to raise as a new elven city.
Repossess.
Something along those lines. To which she imbued herself into Akira's bow, made from the limb of the very tree that she inhabited. Upon returning to the city, or not the city, the town, you guys rested, recovered, called your ride back. Had a interesting conversation with a sword. Dangerous conversation with a sword.
Yeah, that too.
And a quiet moment to write some letters. So, by this time, your ride has arrived. You are free to board. Was there anything you wanted to do in the town before you left?
I already told you what I wanted to do. A while back, if you don't remember.
I don't remember, so go ahead.
Oh. During the night that we stayed there, I would have tried to convince the elder that it would be in their best interest to move into the woods.
Okay.
Basically, and I would check in on them.
Okay.
Just
Make
treat
sure
it.
you
treat it
clarify-
kindly. I
I
told.
was gonna say.
Yeah. I
Make sure you
clarified it in the
clarify,
text.
Don't chop down the trees.
I clarified it in the text to protect the woods.
Okay.
It'll supply for you if you supply for it, basically.
Loki, are you looking
Being
at the
human, he doesn't quite get it,
I warn him.
but
Too.
he nods and think about it. So, anything else before you guys leave?
No, don't think
That's
so.
all I can. That's all I can think of.
Okay.
Patiently waiting for the explanation since I missed all the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I can do somewhere else. So it doesn't have to be done here.
Okay. Are you meaning when you get aboard after you board the ship? Is that what you're thinking? Or
I could. After I board the ship, or... So I had two things. I could...
send me a
Akira
message
could've-
with the other one if you're not wanting to share with the class.
It's fine, I'm sharing with the class right now. It's Akira explaining what happened, like, about himself.
Okay.
And talking to Cassia about what, like, how do I use this, like... What's going on here?
What is happening now? Okay. So do you want to explain?
On the ship, yeah. I
Okay.
guess I'll try to find a. I'll wait till I think that everybody's too busy around us to listen in, because Akira's still kind of worried about that.
Okay.
But
You're gonna have to come get me because I'm gonna be helping Sail. That's my new go-to whenever we're sailing on these ships.
Matt,
Yes.
just a question. Is it possible to faintly see the temple from the sky?
Due to the elevation of the mountain, you probably would see it, though it is currently shrouded. You in your mind's eye can see through the clouds, and you know exactly where it is, but it is currently covered.
Finn's just going to be standing on the side of the ship, just gazing in that direction longingly.
Okay.
We call you Shadow now, right? I can't remember the star
Yeah.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has not changed back to Star yet.
Shadow, can you take a break from that for a moment? I want to talk to everybody.
Okay. Finish tying off whatever I was working on.
Fen,
Hmm?
do you have Splinter?
Point to my shoulder.
Can you come over here for a moment?
Yeah. Just walks over and kind of slumps down.
I assume Seven and Scarlet are here regardless of
Yes.
their people being here. Their
Yes.
inner selves being here.
They are present.
I want to explain the reasons of what happened in the forest. And the reason why I was worried about telling you guys my full name. Deciding on how to word this. I come from the city that used to exist in this forest called Malion. I am the only child of Sildaron and Elenia. Elenia? Shit, we're gonna go with Elenia because that's what I said. And I am... He gulps and does that thing where they swallow because they're nervous. Prince of the Fairy Woods. He takes a sigh and waits for everybody else's reactions.
So you're a fairy?
Your Majesty.
How dare you? I told you guys...
And why should that make us treat you any differently?
Because... I don't know. It's just... I mean, under most circumstances, people would treat me differently. And I really don't want that. And that's why I was...
Then we won't treat you any differently.
Akira's going...
I tell
What?
telepathically, I tell Akira, I told you. 'Cause she had said the name wouldn't matter.
Akira looks around to see if anybody else listened.
Make a perception check.
Ah, shit.
Looks clear.
I'm gonna go sit down for a bit. Sorry to interrupt your jobs you guys were doing.
Want
I
some
think everybody.
company?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. And Kira will go sit down in his seat that he was sitting in when they took off.
Okay.
Does it look like he's really fine?
Make an insight check.
Kira, tell mom we said hi.
Oh, God. I never roll well on insight.
Says he looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So So,
Have a conversation with a sword.
okay.
I want to see if he wants to talk anymore.
So you get the sense that where he's truly awake is when battle happens.
Sure.
His personality is not the talky type.
Burn the heretic.
Sorry.
Do I have your attention now?
Oh, my bad. It's burn the witch, purge the heretic. My bad. The line. I got it wrong.
But you sense him there, and he seems to be watching and waiting.
What is it that you are waiting for, Cerberus?
And you can almost feel the sword smile. Waiting for dinner. And you feel your attention drawn towards Seven.
I told you once, I'll tell you again. I'm not killing my friends.
You won't have to.
If you're going to continue like this, we'll leave. And we'll go find your brother. And the rest of the pieces. If that's what you truly want.
Oh, we will in time.
That's the idea. And as long as I hold you, you're going to fucking listen to me.
Well, no, little black one. I guess we'll have to see.
You will sway to my whims soon.
And you feel the almost like that connection go silent.
Aww.
He hung up on you.
Bastard hung up on me.
Yep.
It's like a mic drop, but he's dropping the attunement.
Pretty much.
It being his own consciousness, he can block you out.
Yeah, you can block me out.
Akira, you do notice as you're after you go back to your seat over time, you do notice that the captain seems to be observing you more closely on your way back.
Before I sit down, or as I'm sitting down, as I'm coming back?
It's after you sat down and during the journey.
Okay. Akira will close his eyes after glancing over and tighten his grip around his bow and attach Cassia to his back.
Okay.
And then walk up to the captain.
Okay. As you get up and look at her, she doesn't do it quickly, but she finishes the orders and then walks down to her cabin.
Did she motion to follow at all?
She didn't make any overt motions.
Did I get the sense that she wanted me to follow?
You get the sense that she noticed you and probably realized what you wanted to talk about, but there's no it's up to you. She didn't exactly give you a hard look and tell you to go away. She just went into her cabin.
He'll pat the bowstring. Okay, let's go. And he's comforted that he actually has somebody with him now, because Cassia's great. And he'll follow, knock on the cabin.
Okay. About the time you almost hit the door with your knuckles, it's open.
At this point, He gulps again and opens the door.
Okay.
Stop making him nervous. Okay, he'll walk in.
So you find that she is. You enter the cabin, and it looks typical chambers. You see a bed kind of tucked off to the corner, immaculately made. Everything is neat and tidy. In the center of the room is a large wooden desk. Behind it, kind of into that little alcove where the window out the back of the boat is usually found, you see a large table with maps and charts. To the left of the room as you enter, you see bookshelves, bookcases, and you see a large painting. It's of your parents, but older than you remember. With them is a small girl. They are standing over her with their hands placed on each of their shoulders. And you see in their arms, in your mother's arm, a small, possibly male infant.
Akira's going to walk up to the painting, ignoring where she is at in the room, and almost reach out to touch it, kind of like make sure it's real.
She doesn't say anything until after you've touched it. And she just...
Where did you get this?
It was my grandfather's. That's him in the photo. Well, or I'm sorry, that's him in the painting. The infant. I thought you looked familiar, though my grandfather has been dead for, 500 years now?
So they got out of the city?
It would appear so. After the fall of Malione, it's from what the journals say, many of the elves took shelter in the woods, those who managed to escape the ley line.
I heard I read in a book that something basically like the Shadowlands or something like that to the... Is it east or west?
To the west.
I wrote it down. Okay, yeah. It's in my notes, they're right here, and I didn't open them.
Unfortunately, some of our brothers who were touched by the ley lines became corrupted. They were no longer elves. Something different. The sun burned them. And we could not stay together. But that is past. How is it you're here?
Akira will unstrap the bow from his back and point at the eye on the bow. I was, I don't know what to call it. I was brought here by a dragon.
Dragon? Interesting. And she sits there observing you. Not sure if this is true, or...
I know that she's not sure if it's true.
She seems doubtful. She's making it very obvious.
Akira's going to pull off the necklace and toss it her way. I'm telling the truth.
I see. She tosses it back.
Immediately puts it back on and then hides it in his armors. So you would be like... I don't even know what the family tie would be.
Great granddaughter? No.
It would be a
Granddaughter.
nephew of some kind, right?
Niece.
Niece.
Grandniece.
Niece, nephew.
Grandniece, specifically. One generation removed.
Akira kind of nervously laughs because he's having trouble processing the situation in general. Well, I guess you're a lot older than me anyways. Now, kind of an awkward situation.
You see her purse her lips. Are you calling me old?
I mean, not over like 200, right? But still very young for an elf, but...
Better.
Huh?
She says better.
I'm just saying that I'm probably half your age. Not even.
So what are your intentions? Are
Well,
you going to claim your birthright?
I never wanted it. No, I think I'm going to stick with my group and continue my adventures.
I see.
If time comes when I have to, I'll... I don't like all of the formalities.
Well, for now my father sits on the throne, having inherited it from my grandfather.
Are there any other family members?
Well, there's my... There is your sister. Sorry, it's taking me a moment to get used to that. Who, while she did not inherit the throne, has become quite the ambassador. She has long since outlived my grandfather. She's old now and retired back to the city.
Did the Redwood Vale also get hit by the catastrophe?
No, it managed to escape unscathed. We have... how to put this? We have found a space in between.
What is the name of this space that you have found in between?
I cannot speak its name here. Well, maybe one day I'll show you.
Will you answer me one more question?
Depends.
Do you know a lot about the Dreadwood Vale?
I haven't been back in quite some time.
I assume it's a long shot, but is Leari still around?
Unfortunately, she passed well under a century ago.
I see. I'm gonna get back to my I guess I don't really need this anymore, and he'll pull off a ironwood ring and place it on the desk. You can have it. I don't really want its memory around me. And he'll
Akira,
yeah.
you should keep it. Memories make us stronger. And when you live as long as we do, memories are life.
Okay. Akira will walk back and pick up the ring, but not put it back on, just looking at it. And then put it into his pocket, and I'll be moving around a lot, but if you could keep in touch, that would be great. I would like to meet the family at some point.
When you're ready. I make my route to Essir every couple weeks. You should find me.
Okay. Akira will step outside of the cabin, and as he shuts the door, he's going to reach into his pocket for the ring again and just look down at the A and L next to each other and just put it back in his pocket and walk back off to the group.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything in this time?
Helping sail.
Okay. Hoping Robert gets on soon so we can continue. So, you guys make it back to
Quick,
Essir,
everybody spam him.
right? 3, 2, 1, go! Face the sand. Sorry. I have to be at least a little petty.
Your character's dead.
No, I just said, you done yet?
Hey, listen. You done yet? Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey.
Oh, that's perfect. We all need to send him a Navi GIF. I said it.
I'm typing it in. Okay, got him.
Sorry. So you guys make it back to Essir.
Oh, okay. I was going to have one more scene.
Okay, go ahead.
Akira was going to call over Fen. Fen,
Yeah.
is he still looking off towards the mountain that's no longer in view?
He is.
That's a new one. Hell's Teeth.
That's a new one.
Can I talk to you and Splinter for a moment?
Kind of looks back towards Akira. What's up?
I had a question for Splinter. He doesn't have to do it right now, but I would like to at some point. I shared my story with you, Splinter. At least a bit of it. I'll share the rest later. Will you share a story with me?
He nods.
Okay. I don't need it right now, as I said, but
You doing alright?
I think I've definitely been better.
Then looks at the bow. And back to Akira. That was a lot to go through for someone as young as you. I'm sorry.
Akira laughs for a bit, and tear hits the deck. That's not what I'm. He's smiling too as this happens. That's not what I'm, Yes, I'm happy, actually, about what happened. I just... I would like to know if, somebody I knew in my past, had a good life. That's all. That's the story I would like you to tell me, and he nods at, Splinter.
Splinter nods.
If you want me to, I'll translate.
Okay. Splinter, she's a, elven, I guess woman would be the right term. Was, named Leari.
Splinter gives another nod, and then hops down off of Fenn's shoulder, sits on the deck for a moment, and you can see this is how it works.
Mm.
Splinter's, you can kind of see his eyes glow a little blue, and he just sits there for a long moment. And it's about maybe 10 minutes before you arrive in Essir, before he kind of snaps out of it. He's unsure of how best to go about telling the story.
That's okay. I don't need it right now. Just whenever you can figure out how to tell me would be fine. Okay. Thank you.
He nods.
Gonna grab Splinter and put him back on my shoulder.
He sits there, pulls out a cracker. You have crackers on your shoulder.
Thank you, Fen. We should get buckled in, ready to talk. Decelerations. Pretty fast.
And just reaches up, wraps his arm around a rope, and just holds on.
Okay. So,
Yakir goes back to sit down.
as you guys come and there is a very sudden deceleration. It's not like instant stop. It is a very like hard break.
Roller coaster.
It's like somebody just brake checked you and you got like 20 feet less than you'd like to have.
Right. But it's pretty straightforward. Board the ship, lines tossed, plank put over. Captain steps out, nods to each of you. Feel free to fly with us again. She nods down to Star. Well done. Might have to hire you if you're looking for another line of work.
Akira. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe another time. Though I'm hoping eventually we get one of these for ourselves and then I can be the pilot.
Akira looks down at the sending stone. It's like, I assume you want this back, and motions to toss it to her.
She just holds up a hand.
And I'll toss it over.
Okay. Deftly catches it and pockets it. Make good memories. And she walks back to her cabin.
So let's go get paid.
Oh, that's very to the point, Shadow.
Well, I mean, I also got to stop off at Big's place because, well, I wanted to run it by you guys too before I go, but I found a bunch of money and a bunch of gems at the one place that burned down, and since we're keeping the magic items, I felt it only fair that the cash goes to Big and Liz.
I agree with that. They need it after what happened to their shop.
Fair enough.
And most of it was probably theirs anyways.
That's true.
I'm fine with that. I can do that later. I'll go with.
Okay. Do we want to give him just the coins or the gems too?
How much is the coins?
So I pull out the big old bag. I would think about 2,000.
Well, they definitely spent a lot more than that. How much are the gems worth?
Let me find it again. 200 looks like.
How much are we getting paid?
For this, how much were we getting paid?
Can I pull up? I'll pull up the contract.
Okay, I gotta check my notes because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Long while.
Where did I put that?
Oh, he just lit up green.
Hmm.
Robert just
Oh.
lit up green on Discord.
Ah.
Woot.
Good, he gets to live. That was less than 10 minutes.
He does not get to live, puny humans.
Keep him away from the sword, that's all.
Yeah. That's the idea.
Okay, there we go. Looks like it was a small job for about 1,500 gold.
Do you guys feel like we should give them all of the gems and the gold?
I say at least the gold.
And just take the pay from the mission?
Can I get a look at the gems real quick? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'll hand them over.
Gonna
Okay.
look at them. Do any of them look particularly shiny or interesting?
Gems are all shiny.
But interesting.
You've
But
got
interesting is the
not gem cutters tools, but the
I have jeweler's tools.
jewelers. Go ahead and make a jewelers check using. Let's go with. I want to say intelligence, but it's not really intelligence based. You're looking at them, so we're going to go with wisdom.
Constitution, not to throw up.
Right.
I don't know what it is. Every time I look at gems, I just hurl.
It's not working for some reason. Oh, there it is. You said wisdom?
Yeah. Okay. So none of them look especially like high quality. Like this could be a perfect magic item, but there are some fairly good cuts here. It's more mundane jewelry of high value could be made.
Okay. Gonna can hand it back. Shut up.
So, what's everyone think?
They could make a lot of money off those. Might have to talk to Big about something though. Could possibly help him out in his shop.
So does everybody field tripping to Big's place?
I mean, we don't all
Right.
have to come. I just wanted everyone's input on how much we're giving them.
Barrows?
Oh, I'm going, as soon as this conversation is over, I'm leaving to go to the temple.
Okay.
As soon as we figure this out, though.
Are we
Seven-
having this? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're
Are we having this conversation as we are walking
to the
down?
guild hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, about halfway down the docks, Finn's gonna look around. I forgot my staff on the ship. I'll
Do
be
I-
right back.
Do I
Huh?
believe him?
Roll insight.
I don't know. Do you believe him?
I want to roll on that too.
Oh no.
Oh, now I roll a K.
Alright, Matt.
So, hang on. He's not like he definitely seems like he wants to step away from the group. That's about what you get.
Easier point. Do I see a staff on his back?
There you go!
I'm going to, as Q's about to open his mouth, Akira's just going to put his hand out in front of Q. Okay, we'll be at the guild hall when you meet up with us.
Right. See you later. He runs up the flights of stairs.
I hope he's okay.
Well, whatever his new drink is really strong.
Is he drinking something new?
I
He's
have no idea
always
anymore.
drinking something new.
Every time he takes a sip, it's a new drink. So, let's see, you with Shadow, Q,
Mm-hmm.
Akira, Seven, and Scarlet all are heading to the guild hall. Barros is heading towards the
Raven.
Raven Queen Temple, and Fen, you head back up the stairs. We'll start with Fen.
Sure.
Work our way around. What are you doing, Fen?
So he goes back up and he looks for the ship. Hold on, what was the name of it? The Feywind, I believe it was. Is it still in port?
Mm-hmm. They just docked, so they're
Okay.
not gonna be leading.
They'll be
anytime
here a
soon.
while.
He kind of looks around, goes aboard the ship. He's looking for the captain.
You do see that, like, as you board the ship, a lot of the crew kind of look over you. Did you forget something? One of the crewmen next to you.
My staff, and I wanted to speak with the captain. That's okay.
Kind of looks at your back. For the first one, you just turn around.
Huh?
Second one, she's in her quarters.
Oh,
Oh, you figured it out.
I
Mama.
might be. He corks the gourd. That's enough of that for the day. And he goes and knocks on the door.
Okay, give me a second. Fen, with your passive, you would notice there's a wolf following you.
Slam the door in its face.
He goes down to pet the wolf. Leave Q, huh? It's alright. I'm the
off.
fun one.
Off somewhere. Q, where did your shadow go?
Shadow's right there.
No, your okay. And then Kira will keep walking back.
Kira doesn't do metaphor very well.
Yep.
No.
So, wolf in tow, you go and knock on the door, or attempt to before it's open.
Kinda opens
Doesn't
it
even-
sheepishly. Bends because he probably has to duck to get in the door.
You get the sense that not a lot happens on this ship that she is not aware of.
Eyes everywhere.
Literally.
I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to come on your ship and stuff. I suppose I don't really need to thank you, but
I'm gonna stop you right there. Spit it out. It's okay.
do you want to
Told.
grab a drink sometime?
Absolutely. And she stands up, grabs your arm, and starts walking off.
Yes!
We're going to have a conversation later about why you're dating my great.
No one else knows.
Man, this family's getting more messed up by the day.
This is some Game of Thrones family tree here now.
God damn it, we're Lannisters! Look what you've done!
It's okay, we're not related. It's good. Gray line, gray line.
As she steps off the ship, she just nods over to the first mate, and the first mate kind of looks after her like, "What? All right." And rounds up the rest of the crew and gets them set up. But as you are walking away, shore leave for a week, and the captain gives a sharp look back.
So all we heard was shore leave for a week.
Yeah.
Because you cut out the rest of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
the captain immediately snapped her head back to look at it.
before
No,
that.
the
We
beginning
heard
of
that.
it.
Oh, okay. Before that was the exasperated look of the first mate as he gets all of the duties of mooring the ship foisted off onto him because the captain left the ship, and he starts, rallying the crew. But you hear him call out shore leave for a week as he and cheers rise up from the
Captain was mad.
yeah. She didn't authorize it, but she can hardly fault him for having done basically given the ship over. So
What he
Captain
wants.
Captain leaves the ship and the crew will play.
basically,
Yeah.
Basically.
So Robert was here for all of 4 seconds.
yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yes, he was.
Quick, somebody summon him.
Well, he's probably having difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties again.
Dial-up noises.
Mm.
So, rolling forward to Barrows.
Mhm.
It's a fairly uneventful walk to the temple.
Yeah.
And once you get there, oh, wait,
We have to fill him in.
Spinning. There he is.
Hi.
Oh.
He's not. Can he
Can
hear
you
us?
hear us?
I don't think so.
Nod your head. Shake your head. Keep
Look
staring
at
in
the
the
camera.
direction.
Look at the
We can
camera.
hear him. We can hear him typing.
Yeah. Okay.
You're typing.
Tell him we can hear
Can't
us,
hear him.
or we can hear him.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So the mic is working, just... What on earth? Fun.
I wish he could hear me.
Give me a second,
Then I
boys
can tell
and
him
girls.
sound settings. Yeah.
I've got all the issues.
Josh, don't die on us
I
now.
will be right back.
Smooth moves, Josh. Smooth moves.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. That's me flirting in real life too. Just so you know.
I'm impressed. I'm
I can
impressed.
relate.
This guy's listing lazily to the left. He knows some moves. No, but you better
This
watch
guy's a
out.
pro.
You better watch out. You're messing with.
better.
Hey, you can hear us now?
Hey, can you hear us?
Hello.
I'll take that as a
Oh,
no.
now we can't hear him.
Darn it.
Nope.
We're back to where we started.
No, we're actually worse because now we can't hear him at all.
Froze as soon as I...
Oh,
Well,
now we
there
can
he
hear
is.
you. Now we. Oh shit. Shit. He muted again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
sure.
I think
Right
there's a
where-
delay in the video, but
Yeah, there is.
Leave the call and rejoin because there's like a 5-second delay.
Alright.
Now it won't reconnect.
Oh boy.
You hush your mouth, sir.
You shut your whore mouth! Vanished!
That would suck.
You treat her right, though, because I got a longbow.
Finn has a very gentle heart, you know this.
You're back?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
and there's no delay.
And there's no delay. Fine.
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can hear
So
us.
you
Woo!
missed a bit.
Just a whole bit.
Yeah, sorry, there's this little thing called life. It creeps up on me on occasion, and I have to deal with it. It is
Shit.
most unfortunate.
That is perfectly fine. So,
That's when we stab life with a sword.
I will question him and say, could you clarify how this is all happening? We could do this, wherever.
as we're
Oh,
walking
whatever.
to the guild would be hilarious, because then you were just sitting on it how to ask.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, there's no good way to ask this, Akira. Shouldn't
How are
be
you
dead?
here?
No, that was the worst way to ask it. Why are you not decrepit?
What?
He found a worse way.
Horrible way to put that.
Dude, can I roll an insight to see if I know what he's trying to say?
He's asking why you're
know
not
what he's
old.
He's trying to ask why, if I existed when Malione existed.
Mm-hmm. How are you here?
I'm
You
here.
don't have to roll insight for that.
Okay.
There
Well,
is
that's
a
fun.
discrepancy in the timeline, as it were.
That passive 20 insight, guys.
It's great.
To
Came
watch
out
out
of
for
left
you.
field. That was so good.
Akira will pull Cassie off his left shoulder and point at the eye. This eye, and he'll look around to make sure, like, all the crowd's preoccupied, right? As we're walking through.
Make a perception check.
Eh.
Most of the crowd seems to be going about their day.
This orb belonged to a dragon that lived in a very extensive cave system under Malione. And I know the dragon did something to me to, like, put me into a stasis, I don't know how. And said that I had something important I needed to do here.
Interesting.
I don't really know much else.
Yeah, he is the
That
fairy
is-
prince.
He knows. He was there for that. Q.
Hey, if I have a good joke, I'm gonna use it at least 3 times.
I'm...
That's 2 then.
Yep.
That's
Save the next
quite
one
a
for
story.
tomorrow.
Yeah. For when he's trying to talk to someone.
Yeah, that is.
I never made fun of
quite
your
a
elk
story.
problems.
My what?
I never made fun of your elk problems.
Yes, because it probably would have ate you.
Unlike a dragon. Speaking of, with that backstory in mind, do you have any objection to the mission that we'll probably be taking next? Corralling a rogue dragon?
Did we figure out what color this dragon was?
There unfortunately was nothing mentioned in the report.
Nobody's seen it.
No one has seen it, they just have perceived the signs of one.
I don't have problems with killing a dragon. As long as there's cause for it. Even the best dragons can be corrupted.
It apparently had its minions order a village to deliver livestock or they would be destroyed. I would say that is classical tyrannical behavior.
Do I know anything about dragons? Or just the silver one that I...
You know You don't know about all dragons. You're very familiar with the dragon that you know.
Am I familiar with the thing that my dragon was becoming?
With the transformation being incomplete, not so much.
Okay. I know there's... I doubt this is it, because you guys would have... I mean, there would be something in books about it, probably. I've seen a specific dragon have a disease that makes it do things against its nature.
Interesting.
I think what you're dealing with is one of the traumatics. I think that's what this would be, because I can't see a... Unless if... I don't know much about dragons, I'm sorry.
No matter. They're a well-studied subject. I can make my way to the Solaris Academy library and continue my research on them.
Mm-hmm.
Goody! Books!
Indeed.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We should, after we turn this particular quest in, we should take a bit of time to ourselves and prepare for the next assignment, get our house in order, as it were. We only have a few weeks before the Grand Dungeon.
That's true, and I think Akira starts trailing off talking to himself, because of course he does. It is true, we should take some time off to ourselves, and there's that play that we could...
Yes, I was just about to say we never actually got to go see the play.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, was I talking out loud?
You mutter to yourself sometimes.
I'm sorry, I get nervous.
So,
Nothing wrong.
about this time, Barrows is split off, headed off towards the church. Barrows, you arrive at the temple. What are you doing?
I want to see if I can find the same elder that I talked to originally, the very first time I came here, or if there is another high priest here that's familiar with Blackwing lore.
Okay. So, as you enter, you do see several of the acolytes are tending, lighting candles. Some of them are knelt in prayer. As you walk kind of down the aisle, one of them kind of hears your footsteps, looks up, and approaches. Brother Blackwing, what can I do for you?
I wish to speak to one of the elders.
Follow me. And he leads you back behind the altar and behind a black curtain.
Secure.
Once you pass through it, you can see a stone corridor, several small wooden doors on either side, but down at the end you see a rather ornate wooden door with the symbol of the Raven Queen on it. And as the acolyte approaches, he taps lightly on the door, and you hear just, Master, we have a visitor. It's one of the brothers from the inside. Show him in. The door creaks open, and upon entering, you can see that this is both a study and a bedchamber. The elder is currently in his bed, just bundled up, blankets, but you could see all along the walls are books. Some of them look to be handwritten journals. Some of them look to be various copies of the holy texts of the Raven Queen. Different iterations over generations. This seems to be a fairly well-stocked repository for Raven Queen lore.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm sure you're trying to rest.
And he kind of slowly works himself up against the backboard.
Easy.
What can I do for you?
I'm gonna look at the at Cerberus on my back.
The blade has gained sentience now.
Oh, well, it's always had it, but it seems you've awakened it.
It has been awoken, yes. I wish to know more about it. And its brethren.
I see. Well, there's much to tell. Is there something specific that you're looking for? I could go on for days speaking to the lore of Blackwing relics.
Well, I don't believe I have anywhere to go for the next few hours.
And I'm going to grab a chair.
Bullet points. All of the various pieces of the Blackwing relics have their own sentience.
Right.
Part of the reason
okay,
why.
So then, since we're doing bullet points, main things I want to figure out: what does mine do? What can the rest do when fully awakened? What happens when they're all brought together?
So, yours specifically is the Vanquisher. It's intended to be used as the instrument of destruction for Balmora. That is why it is so aggressive and why it hungers. It has an endless hunger put into it that will not be sated until it feasts on Balmora. That is its purpose and its goal.
Okay.
And the reason why it looks for meals. It is gluttony.
I see.
There are the 5 relics that are there are representative of sins. Yes. There are 2 sins missing. There is pride and lust that are not present.
And here I thought mine would be wrath.
No. Wrath is the helmet.
Intriguing. Okay.
But he goes over and I'll get you the full list.
Sure.
But there is rumor of 2 lost relics because of the comparison to the sins. It has been theorized that there may be 2, but no one has had any proof or hints as to if they exist.
Idea is nothing anywhere where they would be.
Correct. Some have even said that the Raven Queen felt them too powerful and took them herself.
Okay.
But then, let's see, what was it? What can the others do? The others, like their actual abilities, depend a lot on the wielders.
Okay.
They're not just like this fixed thing where they always have the same power set.
Sure.
Whoever wields them imparts part of their soul, and it responds to that. It resonates with that. That's why each Blackwing is chosen.
Right.
So there's no telling what Rengar's
he's holding. What exactly he's holding. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he had the helmet.
He had the helmet, but supposedly, apparently now he has 2 others. Because he's back home.
Right. And the biggest reason why the relics can't be wielded by the same user is because all of the personalities within those items conflict and consume the user.
Okay. So, to any recorded history throughout all these books, no Blackwing has held all 5.
those that have tried have been immediately consumed.
Ruh-roh.
Okay. So then
And there's been 2
Follow-up.
before you.
that held the name Barrows.
No, 2 that attempted.
Or 2 that
wield
attempted
Wall 5.
this.
Yes.
Okay. Follow-up question. What is the most that anyone has ever wielded before they went insane?
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
It starts with the second the insanity begins to set in. 3 personalities inhabiting a body begins to cause a mental breakdown. However,
So you say 3 as in holding 3 relics causes insanity, or is that 2 plus the holder?
2
2
plus
plus
the
your own.
wielder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So gaining 1 more will begin a process because and especially depending on the item that you hold, they are drawn to each other, which is part of the reason why the Blackwings are never found all together in one place for too long.
Right. Which is curious as to why then 2 were back home together.
There's no telling why.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm trying to think. If there was something. If there's anything else. As to what we would immediately need. If Rengar has supposedly 3, or he's corrupted the other 2 to join him. He's either killed them or he's turned them. There's no way of knowing that without going.
Right.
So I guess what I can assume I'm going to go with that he's killed them both and is trying to figure out how to do it. How to wield.
If you need a moment to puzzle, we can.
Oh yeah. Move on. I'll see if I can think of something else, and we'll get back to that.
If you need to, message me.
Yeah.
So, those of you who have traveled to the Guild Hall, we'll get to Fen in a minute. Yep. Yeah, you started this. I saw that pause. So, you guys make it back to the Guild Hall. Turn in your receipt for the ship being returned. And for the finished job, receive a purse of 1,500 gold.
Ooh. Ooh. Somebody do the math on that. I don't have my calculator on me.
Oh, splitting it? I thought that was going to go to party fund for now.
Yeah, put it in party fund.
We can split it later.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, while you guys are swearing his way to the guild, a young man approaches Scarlet with a letter.
What's that about? Don't play Scarlet, just do it.
I don't trust
I'll
killing.
redact that. Go ahead.
Scarlet grabs the letter, reads it over, and you see her face go white.
It's messed up, Matt.
She folds it up.
It's messed up, Matt.
What?
Mm-hmm.
She tucks it into her armor. I need to go visit somebody. And she hurries out the door.
Okay.
Sure she can handle it.
Do you want to send
What?
Dewey with her?
First.
My wolf's already kind of preoccupied.
We did say that you guys aren't supposed to go alone.
I'll send
He's
Dewey
gone.
with her, and Dewey will return to me if something goes wrong.
Okay. I will say I am not going to put her in danger deliberately because she's not here.
You're just
There
getting
is
rid of
The
her.
last time. This
Yes,
Last
but-
time she wasn't here.
Yeah.
We don't trust you anymore.
Of course not. You should never trust me.
I think I'm gonna go over to one of the churches.
But you were gonna go with me to Biggs. I mean, it's fine. Do we want to see about meeting up for the play later?
We
Yeah,
do
sure.
have a bit of time.
You're coming too?
Oh, I'm saying we have a little bit of time, whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay.
More than likely, we have a little bit of time in Essir to do it. I need time to research weaknesses and strengths of dragons. That will take at least a day. So, take your time, visit your church, go to a play, do whatever you have to do to unwind. I'll be in the library.
Heading there now?
Quite, yes. I'm heading there, well, I'm either heading there, or, what time is it, DM?
You guys got back. You left early morning because you had just called. You called the ship as soon as dawn hit. So it's probably about. I'll say about maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, good. You're gonna make it sound like I woke him up mid.
No, it wasn't like early morning when you guys arrived. It was early morning when you left. It is getting in towards the winter season, hence why it's been getting colder. So dawn happened probably around, I want to say, like 6-ish.
Okay.
No, I have a few errands to run in town, but first and foremost, I would like to spend a little bit of time in the library researching dragons. That will be most useful for our upcoming adventure.
Yes, but we couldn't stop Scarlet running off on her own.
I've got my
You
familiar
especially-
watching her.
Yes, but you going, especially where you're gonna run into Jerkface again, probably not alone.
It would be
Is-
imprudent for him to do anything to me in the city.
Are there any churches close to the library that he's going to?
The library is a church,
no,
Dione.
Yes, that is technically
Yeah.
true. However, the temples are in the north quarter. The library is in the center.
Why don't I accompany you, Akira, and then you have finished your business, you can accompany me. Way none of us is alone. Unless I look at Shadow. Unless you have other business in which I can always join you later for a trip to the library.
Well, I want to go to the library sometime before the Grand Dungeon. I want to see if we can find anything on people like me, subtly, so that we don't give anything away, but I do kind of want to look up that and history of my people if it's in there.
Of course. How about
but-
this? I will remain here at the guild hall. I will retire to my chambers for a time, do some light reading on my own, perform some magical experiments that I've been meaning to get around to. And when you and Akira have finished the temple, come find me and we can make a visit to the library. Is that acceptable?
Okay, I'm going to Biggs, though. Unless you want me to go with you to the temple and then we both go to Biggs.
I'll meet up with you at Biggs. It won't take me that long. And no one's gonna find me in the city anyway.
Be careful.
Yeah, you are.
I know I'm a primary target, but there are forces out for your head as well, Shadow, so use caution. You know where to find me.
I'll be back quick. And Akira will run off towards the temple district.
And I'll telepathically remind Seven that at some point we need to make sure that the Hat of Disguise starts getting enchanted.
I will, if you hand it over when I'm
I-
in my chambers, I will.
I had-
You need it, right?
No, I had already handed over as soon as I got it, because I don't need it right away. It's a precaution for later.
Right. Then let's assume that every morning I remember to cast magic aura on it as a ritual. After 30 days of this, you will be the proud owner of one very misleading magical artifact. Well,
Good.
item. artifact's a bit strong.
Okay, so
Okay.
now that you've all scattered to the four winds,
It'll be fine.
I'm meeting up soon. It's literally just a short scene. Hopefully.
Q, what are you doing?
I was going. I can't be in the city again and not see Lizzie. She would literally kill me.
Okay.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Slaps those gauntlets together. You didn't visit.
yeah.
no, just sends a shadow assassin. Lizzie would be the type of person to send a howler.
Yeah.
You son of a...
I think she would send it for less urgent things just to be a dick.
Probably. Oh, we lost Robert.
Not again!
And
back.
he's
Maybe.
back.
Maybe? See the circle. Hey, welcome back.
There he is.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, just tech issues are exhausting.
One of them days.
Yeah.
Okay, so, as promised, Fed, where are you taking your date?
You better take her to that nice bakery shop I made up that no one visited.
I need to stop typing this, so it's gonna be good.
So, being the type of person that Finn is, he would have already scouted out just about every bar in the town.
Pretty sure you had every one of them at least tapped once within the first week.
So, what I'm aiming for, a fine, upper-class elven establishment that also serves really good booze.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna consult my map. There is one.
The Dusty Moon. I don't know, but... I'm trying
Like,
to think
where,
of a
where
bar
are you getting this name?
I don't know.
Okay. Trying to think here. There is a on the edge of the Temple District. There is a it's I'm trying to think of this way. It's considered high class. It's the difference between a tavern and a winery. It's very specific. It caters specifically to elves. They don't turn away other clients or other customers, but they tend to give better service to elves.
Are they racist towards fearbolgs?
I mean, they don't discriminate. Well, they don't turn anyone away, but they tend to favor elves.
Okay.
But as you approach the outside, she kind of looks at you and is like, "Really? Trying to impress me?"
Yeah. If I'm being honest, yeah.
She pats your arm, and she says, "I'm a sailor, doll. Take me to someplace good, not someplace expensive."
Okay. He beelines
Duck bar.
for the dirtiest, ruddiest fighting bar he has been in.
So, you don't go to the Duck Lord. The Duck Lord would have been good if you wanted a variety of drinks. If you're going for grungy, you are going back to the dock districts. There is the you've known this one for a while, and it's memorable because you had to actually look up the creature that is depicted on the sign. It is a large creature with stubbed teeth and a giant mouth. Around one of the tusks, the tusk-like teeth that's flattened on each one, is a ring. And across the top, you see the sign says, "The Married Hippo."
Yes.
Oh, I love
hard.
some of these bar names.
The captain. This place has booze like you would not fucking believe.
It would make you marry a hippo. As a big buff guy walks in.
So, you enter the tavern, and there's already a bar fight. It's been surrounded and contained, where anytime one of the combatants gets a little too rowdy, they get pushed back towards the middle of the circle. But the bar is clear because everybody's now watching the fight. Behind the bar, you see it is a tall half-elf man, scar down the right-hand side of his face. He's like, half-elves are typically kind of thin and light, like almost more elven features. This guy is built. Looks like he's been lifting weights his entire life. You get the sense that he kind of needed to be a little more intimidating than your average, the average customer. So, the second you walk in, she kind of like looks over, try to get a peek at the fight. This'll do.
You want to watch the fight?
I don't see a lot of talent. Nah, it'll be over in a minute.
Guy's got a glass jaw, but a strong punch. Anyways,
Give you that.
we'll walk over the bar. I haven't seen you here before, man. Just gonna send him a fist bump.
Gives one back. Started last week.
The good stuff. And not the weak good stuff. I mean the good stuff. A barrel. And I'm just gonna look at the captain. 2 barrels.
You are trying to impress me, aren't you?
What did you want?
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no.
I'll have what he's having.
Okay.
So, the guy like looks at you both. Gives like arcs an eyebrow like, okay. He goes into the back and comes back out with pony kegs of alcohol. Now, you're not quite sure what's inside.
Don't care.
But there's a big black X on him.
Oh no.
What's this called?
Gasoline.
I was gonna say, across the top of the X in like almost like calligraphy letters, you see Assyrian Special.
Oh no. It's a New Jersey Turnpike.
I had to write that down, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You're good. As soon as the barrels are placed on the counter, he hands each of you a tap and a hammer. And she kind of looks at you. Well, let's get started. She hammers it in, cranks it open, slugs one back.
Just gonna set it there. I'm gonna use the hammer, just thunk and flick it.
She nods.
Open it up. Fill my cup. Alright. This is gonna be interesting when these are done.
No.
At what point do they start making con rolls?
Before they opened it.
Right?
They call
The
it
smell.
About the time you bring it to your mouth, you smell it. I need a Constitution save.
When you look into her eyes, and you have to make a con save.
Good thing it wasn't a disadvantage. However, it hits a little harder on that first shot. You are not used to this strong of a drink, and you've been drinking hard stuff for a while. You asked for the good stuff. However, the funny thing is while this is really good and it burns, it actually tastes really good.
Sweet.
It kind of has that, like, you know, it's a very flavorful wasabi where it burns really hard, but it tastes really good.
Oh, so it burns real good.
Spicy.
You feel the burning in your brain.
Okay. How's
Ghost ale, fermented ghost peppers.
correct me if I'm wrong, but her name was Casilla?
Nope. That was Cassia was the.
Was the tree.
Was the tree? Now I gotta find
Eating my bow?
It's even more awkward.
I have names written down, I just don't have things beside them.
Context.
Give me a second here. I gotta pull up my notes.
We definitely have to question if your bow starts drinking.
Why
Great.
do I not have my captain notes?
D&D Beyond, everybody.
I know. I'm sorry,
They don't pay me.
but
they
they
should.
should.
That's all I have to say about that.
Vote Liam for president.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Liam O'Brien for president,
I
2020.
like Sam.
Make it happen.
I do like seeing him disappointed as well.
It's definitely gonna be
But-
Sam winning, because like
Shut
right
up.
before Liam wins, Sam's just gonna make himself win, because it's a fake whole setup.
Yeah. He's got it rigged.
Yeah,
It's the Russians.
yeah. Liam's trying to get out of negatives right now.
I don't have it in my notes. I thought I wrote it down, but I don't.
We'll have to wait on the Mercer report to see if President Sam colluded.
Well played, sir. Well played. Kilessa.
Okay. I just pronounced it wrong.
Good first
How's
date
she
move.
how's she looking?
Pretty good actually.
Pretty
she
rough.
rolled well.
You been here before?
Helps can hold their alcohol, man.
No, but we tend to get how do I put this? We have to get creative with the local wildlife when you do nothing but fly around.
My fingers are getting tingly. I think it's affecting me.
I'd have to keep that in mind.
Hold their liquor.
I'm just gonna take another drink.
Okay. Another con. She's gonna match you drink for drink.
You want to get smashed on the first date?
I mean,
I asked her out for a drink. It's all Finn knows.
how can you
Got a
say,
break.
how can you say you love her if she can't drink you under the table?
So, this one hits you hits you about the same as the last one. She had a good game the first round. Second round, not so much.
Second round, that pesky one showed up. Yes?
No,
Aww.
but no, she seems to be doing all right, but definitely getting a little tipsy.
Bless you.
Okay.
Bless you.
So
Okay.
before I have you drink yourself into alcohol poisoning, I'll say that you do continue in this way for a good couple of hours to go through 2 barrels each. Definitely a bar fight breaks out. Whether you want to get involved or not is up to you.
sir.
Okay.
I won't get involved unless they start throwing insults at her.
Okay. It doesn't seem to happen here. While they are rowdy, very bunch, they tend to be. They know better. You've been here before. The last time a woman got insulted in the tavern, the bar owner, who was tending bar at the time, promptly broke a table over their head.
Nice.
You get the sense that they know better here.
He doesn't like doing that. Those tables are ornate, man.
No, they're simple wood because they know they're gonna get jacked up here. But
Does it look like she's having fun?
she is. She's been watching. Like she's going back and forth with you, critiquing the fighters who do brawl, and like he's gonna get. Nope, there it was.
To the left! Your left! You dumbass! Your other left!
He's gonna sweep him. Oh, there it is.
I told him.
That one can use his feet. Light on him.
Yeah, that one though. He's a grappler. See how those two pair up.
Well, if he keeps her up, nope. There it goes. Didn't keep him at range.
Nope. So this goes on for quite some time. We will roll forward again to our friends who have now dispersed to the Four Winds. Akira, at the temple.
I head to Scarlet's temple.
Okay, the Temple of Sin.
Interesting.
Okay, Cassia. Let's go. And I'll open the door.
Okay, so you walk in, and it's same as before. Nice statue of Soon, front and center.
Nice.
Akira's just going to not necessarily like speed walk, but walking with a purpose towards
Okay.
the rooms where he was at before, and then take a left to where the lady went the first time.
Okay.
Because he thinks that she works down there, I assume.
Okay, so you head down the corridor, make a left, and immediately stumble into a room where there are two individuals getting undressed.
Okay. Would you guys happen to know if there a lady here with I'll give them the descriptions. I assume it was yellow dress, and then
They start, like, the lady screams and starts throwing pillows at you.
I'm sorry. I'll go back to the front to find somebody who can help me.
As you turn to exit the room, you see her standing before you.
Still in a panic, turns around. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize from earlier.
You seem nervous.
I am. Please don't touch me.
Scarlet and Seven are not here to rescue you.
Calm down. Follow me. She walks down the hallway, and 3 rooms down, she enters on the left-hand side. These rooms are covered in, like, the doors are basically curtains.
Yeah, I know.
As she passes through,
Like walks through the curtain without the curtain moving.
Not even phased.
Akira will put his hand onto the curtain. Does it move?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll move it aside and walk in. What is he staring at?
She's sitting down. Like, you see a bed similar to the one you saw before when you entered the. There is a nightstand next to it. looks to be a couple bottles of perfume, some candles. There is a chair and another nightstand on the left-hand side, as from your perspective, left-hand side, where she currently sits.
I just wanted to apologize from earlier. It doesn't have to be that long of an interaction.
Sit.
Okay, he'll pull up the chair.
You don't interact with people very well, do you?
No, the most I interact with people are people who... To be fair, most of my interactions are with my bow. I know that sounds weird.
She giggles and leans back in the chair.
Oh, I'm sorry, I should explain. My bow's name is Cassia. She's...
I've heard of men naming their weapons before, but I've never known them to be so intimate.
She's like a guardian to me. That's not... What do you mean? I don't... I should probably leave.
No, stay, please. You ran away last time.
My bow's a weapon that can talk.
I see.
And I've known her all my life. I don't quite get what you mean by... The most I interact with people is just talking conversations. I assume that's what you...
I mean... touching people. Connecting.
No. No.
You can connect to people with words, but touch is how you truly express feeling. Did your mother never hug you?
She did.
So you know she loved you.
I mean... Isn't a mother supposed to love their son? Anyways?
Yes, but assuming that they do, and knowing that they do, are two very different things.
Oh god. We're going on the couch.
Akira needs it, apparently.
As Akira begins to calm down, he's going to think back to when she glided through the curtain and examine her closely. Does she look like she's transparent?
Nope. She looks solid.
How did you... He'll look back to the curtain. Get into this room without moving the curtain.
She just smiles. We're getting off focus here.
It's called deflecting. I read it in a book, okay?
You're very bad at it.
I know.
Let's stop with the games and get to the point. You didn't come here just to apologize.
You mustn't run away, Shinji. I mean, Akira.
Oh, if only I had a giant robot that eats other robots. Okay. It's fine.
Wouldn't trade that for all the baggage.
Yeah, right?
Oof.
I did just come here to apologize, and
You suffered a loss recently.
Yes. How do you know that?
Child, I've been doing this for a while. We'll say a while. I know you.
Does she look human?
She looks like an elf.
An elf, okay.
Yeah.
So she could be doing this for a long while. Akira's going to pull the ring out of his pocket and kind of fiddle it around in his thumbs, or in his hands.
She looks at it. Promise ring?
Not quite. Honestly, I don't even know why I feel this way. It was arranged.
I see.
I haven't even met the person. I've only met the father. But
Would you feel a sense of duty towards caring for this person?
I feel a sense of loss. Almost like I missed what could have been.
You created a fantasy where it all had a happy ending. And now that fantasy is broken.
I didn't really think. It wasn't really my choice, but it feels like it is my fault that all this is happening.
All what is happening?
Akira makes eye contact. And everyone I know is dead.
She kind of smiles. I can understand. Is it your fault?
Hey, smiling,
Did
you
you
friggin'
do
sociopath.
He's not. He's smiling at the metal.
Oh shit, I thought
I'm
I
smiling.
muted that.
No. And I can read lips, sir. So, welcome to...
Did you do anything to cause it?
I left. And
Did you?
put myself in a situation that would cause it.
And would being there have changed anything?
No, I probably would have died. Although I'm not sure what to believe, because apparently my parents didn't die in it.
But you are here. Now. Why?
I don't know. I was just told that it was I had something to complete.
So you were needed.
I think. I don't know how trustworthy a dragon is, but
I don't know myself. I haven't actually had any encounters with dragons. And she kind of smiles at the word encounters.
Akira actually being calm now. I think thank you for sitting down and talking to me about this. I should get back to my group. They're expecting me at a shop.
If you must, we will talk about your aversion touch at some point.
What is your name?
They call me Alice.
Oh no.
Okay. I'll see you later, Alice. And Nakira will walk through the curtain and head out.
Okay.
Towards the shop where he said he'd meet them.
Okay. So, who am I catching up with? I lost my brain. Barrows, you had a couple questions.
Yeah, I put one more in, but I just didn't see it. So.
Oh, I just now got it. History of your name.
And the others.
The significant one is that your 2 generations of Barrows prior to yours was the last known attempt at wielding all 5 relics.
Oh, fuck. Of course it's my namesake. Of course it's my fucking namesake.
The one prior to that was, let me find it here.
So there's me before, and the one before that tried.
Right.
Okay, and the one after him.
The one after him made no attempts, having followed in the footsteps.
No. no Balmora hunts, no nothing.
No successes there.
Follow up.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
What generation of my namesake has gotten the closest?
It was 2 generations after the Balmora got sealed. The sword had slain 2 lieutenants, and the wielder at the time, the current Barrows, was attempting to open find a way into Hell to pursue Balmora there.
Do the books say where? Because I'm assuming I've feeling like I've transferred over to the books now instead of going.
Make an investigation. And the last one before Barrows was Gabriel.
What did we say? Investigation?
Yeah.
Yes, the Archangel.
Yeah.
So you're not able to find too much.
Shit. Does he have anything, or it's all in the books now?
He's able to kind of guide you to the books, but he doesn't remember.
That's fair.
But the information you have so far has been from books.
Okay. What can I find out about Gabriel?
He kind of directs you to a set of red books on the right side of the bookshelves.
Okay. Flipping through them, are they? What is it? Diaries? Is it?
Yeah, it's basically copies of journals kept by the different legacies of Gabriel. All of them have been men of nature or women of nature, typically druids or rangers. They're documenting their life and their history.
Anything of note?
Not much. The journal with that would have been the 4th one in, the 4th in line of Gabriel's. There's a gap. It's missing.
Where's that one?
As far as I know, church has stricken all record of that game.
Why?
When one goes mad, it's usually not best to keep memory of them. Some were afraid they might follow in his footsteps.
Perhaps that's how Renka found out.
It is possible. I thought the journals were all destroyed, but it could be that a copy is somewhere in the world.
Would home have one?
I'm not sure. As far as I know, they were all destroyed. Why are you seeking that information? You're not thinking of collecting the relics, are you?
If I am to collect them, it would only be for preservation. And to stop Rengar from doing it himself.
He kind of nods slowly. Be careful.
With me, they'd be protected, because I was sworn to carry the one, and I will carry the hunger with me.
Just be careful. What turns into preservation could quickly turn into seeking.
Well, whatever fate she's written for me is what fate will happen.
He nods.
I can only do what I can. I do not wish to see this world burn by his hands.
He just kind of sits there silently, watching you.
One final thing. Well, two, actually. One is if I could bring one of my more studious allies here. Being able to make more of some of this than I.
And the other?
Has Rengar ever been here, seeking the same questions as I have today?
To the first, yes. If you wish to share our secrets with a trusted individual, I will allow it. To the latter, no. Rengar has never been to my study.
Am I the first Blackling to step inside of your study?
To my knowledge, yes.
I don't know what needs to be done. I'm afraid.
You will find your path when it is time. The mother knows when to call us.
Yes. She does have her ways of guiding us in the right direction. But I'm sorry for keeping you from
It
your
is
rest.
all right. I will return to it shortly.
Yes. It has been weighing heavily on me. Hearing this sword. Talking about consuming one of my allies.
And he kind of stops for a moment. And looks very hard at you. Why?
that it is drawing hunger from one of my allies, the one I wish to bring here. However, I don't know if I should trust the Blade's intentions or if I should be trusting my own.
Throughout history, the Blade has never been wrong. That's all the information I can give you.
Brad's just gonna sit there for a minute. Head in his hands.
Okay. We'll give you a moment to process. What's Q up to? We haven't heard from Q in
I'm with Shadow. We're heading to Biggs.
Going to Biggs.
going to Big. Okay. So you guys get there first. Seven, you were doing. Shoot. Sorry, my brain is scattered tonight. You were staying behind, or are you going?
I will be in my chambers, and it's midnight here on the East Coast. I'm gonna have to log off.
Oh wow,
soon.
yeah, no, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Holy cow! I did not expect this. Well, we did start late, so never mind.
Yeah, we started. Yeah.
We started hella late.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll wrap it here. We'll pick up either we can pick up in the Facebook group where we can talk about it, or we can pick up next week on Monday.